Welcome back to the channel. I am Joe. In the garage, we are going to be working on my 3rd gen 4Runner today. We are going to be adding a light bar to the front bumper thanks to LasFit. They have sent me an awesome 20-inch LED light bar, and we're gonna jump right into the video. I'm gonna show you some of the specs and some of the cool features with the light bar, and then we are going to, of course, put it on the 4Runner, and then we're gonna take it outside and see how it works. Stay tuned. Okay, well, here is the light bar. It is a 20-inch light bar. The lens is 20 inches. The full body is about 22 inches. It's a slim line light bar, one set of LEDs right across here. This is a really, really nice light bar. They contacted me, of course, and wanted to know if I wanted to try some product, of course. I've seen some really nice light bars in person. I've seen some really poor light bars in person, guilty. But this is really, really nice. I went with the 20-inch because it'll fit in the bottom grill of this 4Runner really nicely. It's so nice. I tried to figure a way to put it on the GX, but there's just not really a great spot for it. So anyway, in the box, it's gonna come with 2 sets of mounting hardware. Of course, you're gonna have your standard hardware on the end, little L brackets there. It's also going to come with a set of hardware that mounts to the back of the light bar itself. This is something I have not seen before. It's really, really awesome. It cuts down on the footprint of the light bar. It's really kind of a stealth type mount. Also, instead of just a pressure fit, you know, just tightening it down and aiming it where you want, it has little fingers built into the bracket, so you can kind of clock it where you want it, tighten it down, and it's good to go. And of course, with the brackets, it's going to come with all of the hardware that you're going to need. Screws, washers, lock washers, comes with a couple different Allen wrenches. It's all stainless, and it's all really nice hardware. And of course, I had them send me their pre-made matching wiring harness. It uses weather pack connectors. This harness actually has 2 connectors on it, so I can control 2 different lights if I wanted. I only need one for that light. The light bar itself already has the correct end fitted to it, so I would strongly suggest getting the harness. It goes for any lighting or accessory that you're doing. If it has a matching wiring harness, go ahead and get it. It's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of headache having a already pre-put together wiring harness. They're usually not that expensive. The ends, in this case, in a lot of cases, are already made to match. And even if the length is too long, you need to cut it down, not a big deal. Or if the switch is something that you're not planning on using, which I may or may not use this switch, it's worth it in the long run. Get the harness. You can always cut it down and get a different switch and wire it in yourself after the fact. Before we install it, let's go over a few technical specs of the light bar. This is a combo beam light bar, so it's going to have floodlights on the sides. The LEDs are designed to have more of a flood pattern. They're going to go a little bit wider, and then the center section is more of a beam pattern. So it's going to give you a really good light array as you're going down the road. And of course, it's only a single row. It's 20-inch. It's not going to be huge. It's going to be great for what we like to do, back road blasts, stuff like that. Just give me a little bit extra light without having to use my high beams. Of course, it's 12 volt. It's a 60 watt supply, and of course that harness already has a relay built in, so it's going to get all the correct power that it needs. It's a 6020 lumen. The color temp is a 6000K, which determines the type of white or yellowish light this is going to be. This is going to be just a nice clear white color. Again, of course, we'll see it once we go outside. And it is weatherproof. While we are talking about weatherproof, one thing that I noticed on this light bar that I thought was really neat is on the end there is a little set screw, and it is set in there with some sealant. Basically is if for whatever circumstance you would get some moisture in the light, you can crack that open and basically let it breathe. You can let it vent, you can let it drain. That is if you haven't mangled the light bar up past working and needing to worry about draining. Anyway, and there it is, mounted to the front of the 4Runner. Of course, we need to get this outside and do a little bit better job showing it off. We'll do that in a little bit. But yes, it is mounted. I've got the 2 stealth brackets on the back mounted. It's actually hanging. There's a steel structure inside this bumper that the brackets are bolted to, and I had that grill popped out so I could reach my hand down in behind and tighten up the hardware. Probably have to go in there and loosen them up and adjust the light bar a little bit, the beam up or down depending on where I want it. It's pretty level right now, but it looks really great. My front bumper, however, does not look great, so don't pay any attention to that. But ever since I had my Explorer with that light bar in the front of it, I've really wanted to do that to another one of the rigs, and I think it fit perfectly here in the 4Runner. Now we got the 4Runner out in the daylight. You guys can see a little bit better what it looks like. And yeah, I am loving it. I think it looks great on the front there. Just almost seems like it is meant to be there. Adds just a little bit of extra something to the front end of this 4Runner. Kind of makes me think that I need to do a little bit more to the rest of it to kind of get it all to blend together. But let's go ahead and flip it on and see how it looks. Alright, here we are in my alley. These are just my regular low beams on right now. And I think we're going to go ahead and flip on. I'll have the light bar flipped on. Wow. And of course, you know, video never does these things justice, but I think I could probably aim it up maybe 1 notch. But man, that is a really, really nice, brilliant white light. Off, on. Let the camera adjust a little bit. Alright, big thank you to LasFit. Hopefully this will not be the last partnership you will see with me and them using their products on the channel. It has some really nice 3-inch light pods that I have seen on their website that would look fantastic on the GX. Talking to you guys over there at LasFit. But of course you can follow the links down in the description over to their website. There is links directly to this light bar, and if I didn't mention it before, they offer different sizes of light bars. I don't know if I said that or not. 12-inch up to 50-inch. They got several different sizes in between. Of course, there is a link over to the wiring harness. They give you options if you want to buy it as a combo pack. You can buy them separately if you want. And of course, they offer things besides light bars and light pods. They have custom fit floor mats. They have all kinds of stock replacement headlight bulbs, interior bulbs, all that kind of stuff. Go check the website out. And of course, if you use the code HAWKEYEGARAGE, no spaces, all caps, will give you 10% off the entire website, not just the products that I've shown you today. Also in the description are links over to my Instagram and my Facebook, and I'll go ahead and drop links over to LasFit's Instagram and Facebook and stuff as well. Of course, you can always email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com, for any reason you want to talk a little bit more in depth on how I mounted this light bar, what I think of it, things like that. You can go ahead and email me there anytime. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. We try to drop a video every Sunday. Lots of cheap and cheerful DIY 4x4 stuff. We've got the 4Runner here, we've got the GX 470 on this side, and we've got the Jeep Grand Cherokee outside. Yes, it is still here. And some mountain bike stuff. They're hanging everywhere out of frame. So until the next video drops, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.